Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Agotapop's December Tinies on Shelves. We have a very cute little gingerbread house to colour today. Let's come in and have a little look. Now, making the gingerbread colour I find always a little bit tricky, but I shall have a look and see whether my Chromaflow pencils have something. Ooh, they do. That's good. The colour called Spice looks to me like it might just be perfect. I'm very excited by that. I always find it quite difficult to make the colour. I've been doing one actually on in a different book, and I've been finding it quite tricky to get the colour looking right. It sort of works. It's not quite the right colour that I found, but anyway, this is good. I was going to say yesterday's video and I forgot. I'm sorry to my members, but they won't get a compilation of this series very quickly because I've only just sort of received this colouring page. I haven't been able to get ahead with it and get everything done. There's so many pictures to colour that I can't get it all done and make the compilation that quickly. So it will come once I've got it all done, but it will take a bit of time. But as I say, it will come. It's just going to, I can't say when, because I'm just sort of fitting it in around everything. It's interesting because I was in two minds whether to do this or not. To do this extra video, try and fit it in a very busy month. But I really, really wanted to colour this page, and I thought, well, I might as well colour it on camera. And I talked to my sister about it. She said, you'll regret it if you don't do it. I was like, I don't know. And I talked to my husband. He said, you'll regret it if you do it. I thought, well, actually my mind is of the way that if I've got lots to do, I just focus and push and get it done. If I've got less to do, I procrastinate, and well, I don't procrastinate loads, but I'm less likely to sort of do it. So I know I'll get it done. Now, that's just the start of our house. I feel like we need some markings on it because gingerbread isn't completely flat. So I'm just looking at my swatch chart to see what I've got. I'm going to use the bourbon colour. Mine's quite short. It kept snapping, unfortunately. And I'm just going to do some lines and dots on here, around and about. Oh, shouldn't do it on top of the... Whoops, never mind. So just a sort of texture on it because it's a biscuit, not a flat thing. And we did this on our cake, didn't we? And it doesn't make a huge difference, but for me it just, makes sense. And I'm also going to do shadow underneath all the icing because I feel that helps the icing to look like it's sort of sitting on top rather than flat on it. I'm just sharpening my pencil a bit scared that it might break, seeing as it was very breaky before. Just knocked it there, just making sure you can still see. Going under, and then we're going to do the same under everything, so under these little circles and things. Now when you've got these areas here, you might think, oh well, that's white icing, I'll keep it white. That's fair enough, but what I find is that if you do that, it doesn't look as good as if you actually colour it in with white pen. If you don't have a white pen, then obviously you have no choice. But I think if you put white pen on it and white out the black line, it somehow looks better. Maybe it's just me. But there we go. I'm finding it hard to talk and concentrate on this. I think we'll go around the door as well. Now I tend to do the door and window frame on a gingerbread house in a sort of chocolatey colour. I don't know what colour gingerbread house doors actually are. Got no clue. I think now sometimes just a gingerbread with icing on. It's a bit boring. I'd much rather eat a chocolate door. Now I'm just looking at my colours. I think the oak is quite a good one. It's a dark, would be a dark chocolate. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the window frame actually, with my oak. And quite light, it's quite dark, isn't it, the colour. So quite light to start with. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to work, but what I want to do is make the edge darker. Like that, and around each window pane to try and make it look like our chocolate is a bit rounded. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I sometimes think you have to use your imagination a bit. And I'm going to do the door as well with this. I'm going to do it slightly differently because it's a larger area. Try and colour around the handle, but we'll be piping that on with our pen. I know what I mean. So again, just a light layer to start with. I'm thinking that this bit under here I might do in a green. I'm going to do around the edge to make it look like grass rather than snow, because otherwise it's just lots of white on white, if you know what I mean. There we go, put a bit of shadow under the door and window and just emphasise those lines. There we go. Oh, I had some good news from Agata actually. When she sent me these, she said she is beginning to feel a lot better. I mean, we obviously know she's better because she's giving us her lovely colouring again, but the fact that she said it is lovely. Now my windows, we've got the little window at the top and the heart-shaped one in the door. Now I'm going to be very careful with this. I'm going to start with this orange flame. Now bear with me, I want this to look like I've got a boiled sweet and I put it in here and cooked it in. So I'm going to put a layer of orange around the edge of the window. So I should use my brush, shouldn't I? I didn't use it yesterday because when I needed to blow a bit off, because I'd use my pen. There's nothing like spreading a metallic pen with a brush. So now I need a yellowy colour. I'm going to go for the sunflower. There it is. And what I'm going to do is go over, I need to sharpen it. Go over the top of this and then obviously bring the colour into the middle. I'm hoping they're a little bit far away colour wise, aren't they? I think what I need to do is grab this amber gold and put it in between. So I'm putting that on top of the orange and a little bit in, just to have a transition colour. Excuse me sniffing. Right, candy cane time. Now we've got candy canes again. This time I'm going to use a slightly different, I think the scarlet. I said I thought would make a good candy cane colour. Well, we're going to try it. So the scarlet needs it sharp. There we go. So I'm going to start on the tip. I like my candy cane tips being red. I don't know if that's right or wrong. I say this in a lot of videos and nobody ever tells me. I don't eat candy canes, I don't know. And I should look up some pictures of them really, but I don't know how to colour them. Well, I sort of do. I'm actually doing a picture with a house, a candy house on my desk in the other room. It's a really complicated picture and I've cheated a bit because the house is so intricate with all sorts of little bits onto pipe. I decided to just colour it all over and then just get some pens and redraw the pattern back on top, and because it's just so difficult, it's so small, it's like the details are teeny tiny, but I've nearly finished that one. I don't think there are any candy canes on it at all, but it's not a British or American book. I think it's a Japanese one. There we go. Now I'm going to use a grey to emphasise the curves and shadows on the white and also put a little bit onto the black. I'm just looking, I'm going to use the Winter Lake. It's a little bit darker grey, so it shows up a bit. Hopefully it will all work. It's really similar to what we did yesterday with our candy cane, so just running it up the side here. To put some shadow on. The same on here. Yeah, and I think I'll go around the outside too, but not quite so much. I feel like there'd be more shadow on the inside. I don't know if I'm right, but there we go. Now, I forgot this little chimney bit here, which I think should be the same as the house. So I'm just grabbing my spice, putting that bit in there, and then the bourbon. Like that. Simple. Now, I'm going to do these trees next. Need a nice green colour. We've got quite a lot of greens, but most of them I don't feel are the right colour. We could try the tropical rain. Actually, I'll try that. Of course it's really blunt. The sun's coming up. Well, it was coming up already, but it's like properly coming up now. So with the trees, I'm going to make them darker at the top and then just fade them down towards the bottom of this overhangy bit. That's its name. And then the same here. By doing it this way, you might not need to actually put any shadow in with a grey or a black. You can just use the fact that you've coloured it darker and lighter to act as your shadow. Now, I always think when they're drawn like this, they look like they're meant to just be covered in snow, but it's easier to make it green than snowy, I think. And we can draw on a little bit of snow if we think it needs it. We've got a lot of snow going on in other places, so I will have a think about that in a bit. I just sort of pretending there that there's a line. There we go. Now this sort of bit underneath that I said I thought I wanted to do is a sort of grassy bit. We want just a sort of slightly lighter colour, don't we? I think maybe the mint leaf will work. Mint leaf. If I think it should be white, I can go over it with white after. But I'll see how it looks. Because I mean, I can see it's obviously supposed to be icing or snow, really. We'll see. Okay, now around our door we have these circles. I think these are sweets, candies, and I'm going to do them in a selection of colours. Start with, I'm thinking, let's go sort of pink purple type colours. Nice candy. I'm going to start with the magenta. Now I'm not sure whether to do them symmetrical. I think yes, I would if I was decorating my candy house. So I'm going to do those matching. Now this looks like it might be supposed to be a string of lights, but I'm thinking these look like candies, so I'm going to do those two in the magenta. Then we're going to get an orange, I think. What have we got that's really dark? Autumn Blaze. I use that a lot in the autumn. Here we are, Autumn Blaze. It's quite interesting. I'm still seeing a lot of people doing autumn colouring. I think people aren't ready yet to go into winter, and I don't blame them. I have to say, I found it a bit difficult making that adjustment to moving to winter. I'm going to find a yellow. Yeah, the sun yellow. I think that's the sun yellow. Yeah. Yes, because I really enjoy autumn. We can still get all the autumn colour here. But I knew I need to start doing Christmas stuff quite soon, or else I'm going to do these ones with this, or else I would not have enough for you. Now I'm going to do a light green. I think I'm going to almost do a rainbow, but I might not end up doing a rainbow. Let's do key lime. Go. It looks cute. Now I'm going to do a slightly darker green. I think the jungle green is quite good. I don't want to do blue though. Where are we going to go now? Red, brownish, strawberry. Where are you, strawberry? There you are. Strawberry. I'm just thinking, you know, we want something that looks edible. And last colour. We haven't got a purple. I think we'll go for a purple. Let's do an amethyst. And we'll use this one for the door handle as well. There we go. Now we've got our chimney, and we've got these in the chimney that look to me like they're supposed to be smoke but also supposed to be candies. So what are we gonna do? Well, we could do them in silver to make them, but do we get silver sweets? We get silver balls but not really silver sweets, so I don't think that's gonna work. I'm just going to grab my oak and, my bourbon, and do a bit of shadow under here, which I missed this one. I'm thinking blue, like blue mints. I've seen blue mints, so I'm going to pick a colour. I really like colour. I think here's the glacier blue. Maybe that'll work. I think it's a bit more attractive than a grey, and it is a grey blue. So I'm going to sort of do every other stripe in this sort of greyish blue. I'm sort of fading it towards the middle a little bit. And then I'll get a slightly different shade. No, I'm thinking periwinkle. No, I'm going to go for the glaucous blue. Glaucous blue. So another grey blue. And just do it again quite gently. Like that. Right, so that is our... I think that's all the pencil work. We need a white pen and we need some metallics. I'm going to start with my silver, and I'm going to go around all the lines on these. I think it will help it look a bit more special. Now you could use your silver around the white bits to look like frost, like on the edges. I'm wondering whether to do that. Decided that I am. Rather than filling this in with a white pen, just going to go around the edge in my silver. Oh, it's really awkward doing this way. I don't know why. This feels awkward for me. Now I'm going to do the rest with this too, the windowsill, but before that I'm just going to use my white pen to put some shine on these candies. I'm just going to put it on that side, and then on this one I'm going to do on this side. That one's going to have two. Like that. I'm also going to put a little bit in our glass. Like that. Then this one is going to be whited out so we can't see the lines. Like that. Then back to my silver pen. Go around the edge of there now, and the edge of this bit. Right, now I'm going to draw a bit of snow on to wipe back with my white pen. So we're going to put a bit on the edges of the Christmas trees here, like that. Just like someone's put a little bit of icing sugar on there. And then here all over the ground, so that we sort of see some of the green and all of it. It takes a while, and patience and layering. Patience not being my forte. And I'm actually going to go around this line and white it out rather than looking like an edge of snow, it'll actually just look like it'll just disappear it, really, like I've erased it, particularly down here. Now with these pages you can print out a grey version where the line art is not so black, and that can be a bit more attractive for people because then they can really white it out and not see it. But I tend to prefer to use the darker one for you guys so that you can see what I'm colouring in on camera, because I don't know whether the grey version might be a bit too pale. Also, another idea is if you're doing a lot of snow, print it out on a coloured paper. Then you can draw white on or colour white in on top of the paper, so it looks a little bit more, you know, it doesn't just disappear into the background. But hopefully mine hasn't because of the outline of frost that I've drawn on it. But I'm going to leave that there. I've had a lot of fun and I'm happy with it. So thank you very much for watching. A bit longer video today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day and happy colouring.